Do we need an intro? Really? I mean, if you've been watching this channel for a while, then you know what Beers and Budgeting is all about. We're looking over our income and expenses every single month and making decisions together as
Did you really say,
couple.
do I need an intro?
What do you mean?
You need an intro. You're not big enough that you're like, oh, my name's Kevin O'Leary. I'm on Shark Tank. I don't need an intro here.
No,
Like,
I
this
just
show is,
mean...
you need an intro. You got to do the intro.
Okay, for those of you who are joining Beers and Budgeting for the first time, since we are arguing about this, not arguing, but playfully bantering, we are going through our income and expenses every single month and drinking a beer while we do it and making decisions and reflecting.
She does the budget. I drink the beer, so...
Okay.
Hey, Gimp, you got that?
Yeah.
Somebody had an accident.
Yeah. I got stung by a stingray while I was surfing.
Ugh.
And then it got reinfected a week later, which is where we're at now. So, beer time?
Yeah, you need a beer. You need a beer. All right, this month's beer is Newcastle. You may have seen this. It's actually a beer from England. I had this when I was 19. Because I was in England, and that's where I first had it. Newcastle Brown Ale. It's supposedly from Newcastle, England. I don't think it's brewed there anymore. They call it a Nuki Brown for short, which is kind of a fun title. Are you using a glass today, man?
No.
Going straight out of the bottle.
I would like to drink it out of the bottle.
There you go.
I am on antibiotics to help with the infection on my foot. Because as we all know, or maybe we don't know, stingrays sting you with venom. And I am clearly having a reaction to that. And I'm hoping that the antibiotics will help. And the doctor did say I could have a few beers, but don't overdo it. So this is probably the one and only I'll have.
So it's doctor
This
recommended.
week. Yeah. Well, not recommended, but yes.
It's good. It's thick. It's caramely.
It's one of my favorite beers. It's one you can find in any liquor store, anywhere that sells imported beers. You're almost always going to find Newcastle, and I love it. Okay.
All right.
So-
Time for May
Yes.
quarantine round 2 of beers and budgeting.
Yeah.
All right. Bottom line up front. The bluff. Holy shnikes.
We got our stimulus check
Ah,
in May.
there it is.
We got our stimulus check. We did receive the full amount of $1,200 per person, so $2,400 because we file our taxes together. We're married. And you had some bigger paychecks come through for May.
Work some overtime.
And then I also had a bigger paycheck for May. So, yeah, we are in a really good position for this month to make some choices for June, which we'll get into in just a second. So, yeah, almost $14,000. And we had forecasted our average is $8,800 a month. But I think I was telling you, as I was looking through our past budget for 2020, we've been making a lot more than the forecasted.
That's mostly because of you.
Yeah.
My paycheck's like almost to the penny predictable.
Let's go through our subcategories.
I did really well on groceries.
And that's why I highlighted it. So normally we do spend about $500 a month in groceries. And considering we're in a pandemic, we have been I've been going to the grocery store every 3 weeks instead of every week. So our grocery bill is a lot higher. We've been able to sustain ourselves for 3 weeks. So I'm happy about that. I'm really happy about $500 as our grocery, how much we spend on groceries.
Yeah, I mean, our restaurant budget? Where's restaurants?
Restaurants was the same.
Wow, we still spent $184 in restaurants?
Yeah, but that's normal. We normally
Yeah, but I
do.
haven't sat in a restaurant in 10 weeks.
Yeah, well, this is all takeout, clearly.
Yeah.
Takeout.
Alcohol budget was pretty well on point.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping
Mm-hmm.
back up. What was car
Oh,
insurance?
yeah. So we got a credit from Progressive for car insurance for the pandemic, which was nice.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah. And our tags, we received a $31 refund because California said we overpaid on our registration fees when really I had incurred a late fee. And so I was like, damn it. You guys know from the last episode, if you watched the last episode, you would have seen I was really upset by this because I don't like overpaying for things. Nobody does. Our tags were due April 1st and we got a late fee because we didn't pay it on time. And our late fee was $30. I know $30 is not a lot, but it's $30 that we could have spent at a brewery or
Or
takeout or something other than giving it to freaking California DMV. And then we got the money back, and I was so happy about that. It's like, yes,
my wife's a good luck charm. Stuff like that happens to her all the time.
good things really do happen to me.
Yes, they do.
Minus the stingray sting, but
Maybe it's a good thing.
maybe, I don't know.
We'll find out. It's not over yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's fixed. Here's the fun.
Fun money, we spent $15.
Yeah, which,
We didn't have very much fun, did we?
nope. So what did we even spend this on? Oh yeah, the bachata class, and then
that's
I
fun.
got some boba tea. So I'm thinking we're not going to spend if we're still on this lockdown cycle for June, we could easily free up that money, $200, maybe make that category less and put that money towards something else.
We can make it $50 because I mean our running total for the year is $1,246.
Yeah,
You know, that's our treat yourself day, right there in extra funds.
that's so true.
We
I didn't
could
even think about that.
we could just put that down to zero and then burn out of the yearly allotment and burn that down to zero.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to set up running totals like we did, we added, actually, that has been added to the toolkit. So we just keep a running total. If we didn't spend the budgeted $200, then we'll just take that money and roll it into a savings account, essentially, and we keep track of all of these individual sinking funds, if you'll call it that, here within our budget. So it's been pretty good. Shopping was right on point. Clothing was right on point, pretty much. I got you some really nice shoes from Kohl's, which was why your clothing budget was more.
Yep.
But you have $500 in yours, so
New pair of golf clubs that I can't use,
yeah,
but inside.
yeah, carefully inside. Okay, gifts. We spent money on Mother's Day gifts. My best friend had her birthday, and I think that was it for May. Apartment decor. I did buy some bar stools that I had been eyeing for a very, very long time.
I didn't want them.
Nope.
We rent, and I'm like, the next place we live in may not even have a bar. We already have bar stools. So I was like, but see, this is the personality differences between the two of us. I'm very conservative, so I'm like, we already got bar stools. The next place we live in may not have a bar. Let's not spend money on bar stools. Justine likes the new bar stools, and they're cool. They go with our decor style and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they're what, $200?
Yeah.
$100 each,
Yeah.
and then we'll get maybe $100 out of those. So it's going to cost us $100.
Oh, I'm gonna get more than $100 for those. I know how to sell.
The thing is that we have this decor budget, so I'm like, all right, as long as it comes out of the decor budget, leave me alone.
Yeah, and there's $700 in the decor budget right now. So,
Let's go back up to gifts.
okay.
If you follow Justine's Facebook group, she posted an interesting question that involved a conversation we had, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
So first, tell them, well, you had another business besides DFM, and you closed those accounts, and we had a lot of extra money in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so we decided to spend some and save some.
If you watch the video on what to do with extra money, this rule applies. So I was talking about the 80-20 rule, in which you fall upon extra money in that month, extra paycheck, whatever. You take 80% of that money and apply it towards your financial goal, paying off debt, saving for a home, saving for a car, and then you take 20% of that and you can spend it on yourself. You can do something fun with it. And so, Kyle.
I asked her for $500, no questions asked, which was followed by at least 7 or 8 questions.
You have never
Never asked for this, but would you let your spouse have $500, no questions asked?
Yeah. I phrased at first when I phrased it in the Facebook group, I said give, and then people were like, "Well, I don't give my spouse money; it's our money." And I agree with that. It is our money.
I'll give an eye roll to that one.
So, I think what I meant, a better word would have been allow. Would you have been okay with the decision to allocate $500 of your budget towards your spouse, no questions asked on how they spent that money? But the thing is, like, people were saying, yeah, we allocate $100 for fun money for each of us all the time. But I think this sounds different than just like fun money, because you're not telling me what it's for.
Yep. No questions asked.
I'm too nosy and
Next.
controlling to let this happen, but after kind of talking to everybody in the Facebook group and thinking about it, reflecting on it, I do trust your judgment. You've never spent in a way where I was like, why the hell would you spend money on that?
You're about to say it now.
Well, I'm not saying it now. I'm saying I trust you, and if that's what you need, then let's do that. I'm saying yes, that's okay. Okay. Comment below on what your thoughts are on this.
Right?
This is really interesting. I hope I find out later. Anyway. I think so.
What is our down payment? Oh my goodness. Look at that down payment. It's so beautiful.
Wait a second. I don't think I updated this. Damn it.
Want me to pause the video?
Yeah, pause the video. We're back. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I had the most up-to-date amount for the down payment.
You sure that's all the way up to date? Does that include the $8,000 that you just put in there?
No. That's not going to hit until this week. So that's going to be a June type of situation.
Still, we're almost at $90K. That's amazing.
Yeah, we're almost at 90 plus the amount that we had. We had decided for our April budget, we had money left over. We were going to put all towards the down payment. And then plus when I closed my business account for my marketing consulting business that I used to have before doing DFM, that 80% of it is going towards the down payment as well. So we've got another $8K going towards the down payment. Oh my gosh. I feel like we're getting in a really good position to make things happen, actually.
Yeah, we'll see what the housing market does. You got some friends who are trying to buy a house right now, and people are still getting asking price and all cash offers.
I want to know.
An insane amount of money, too.
I want to know, who are these people that are doing these all cash offers in San Diego for $1 million homes?
Yeah.
Like, who are you?
Are you from China? Do you live in it? Are you a corporation?
I need to
Are you
know.
just like an old retired person?
No, it's an Arabian prince who is
An
just
oil tycoon.
it's absolutely ridiculous because people like us who need mortgages to buy these types of homes, right? That's normal. That's
Yeah.
a normal thing in America is to take out a mortgage. You cannot compete with an all cash offer like that. You just can't. Ay,
Wow.
ay, ay. That's why they're making people write cover letters now. And now it's based on like who you are as a person
I know. It's weird.
and like your character and your I don't know, it's just crazy.
Anyways, did we put anything towards the vacation fund?
We did for May. It was $750, but we both agreed there's plenty of money in the vacation account.
Yeah.
We're not taking any trips for the foreseeable future. So we are going to significantly reduce that for June. The Jeep Wrangler's up. We're past almost to $12,000.
Okay.
So I'm good with that.
Okay.
We're not driving anywhere. We're not in need of a second car right now, so I'm cool with that. We're going to look up some of our individual investment accounts.
Okay. Stash.
Mm-hmm.
Is that $311.41?
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So the change was $35.81 from last month, which means you made $15.
Yeah.
Cool.
But it says $35.84.
I know, plus the 20, right?
Oh,
Or
I
no.
think you're right. Yeah, the auto.
Small.
Okay.
Okay.
Robinhood. 51.26.72.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's mine? Let's find out. I actually decided to buy a share of Pepsi. I was actually watching one of JJ Buckner's videos, and he was talking about Pepsi, and I was like, dude, I should totally look into that. And so I was looking at what they were doing, and I was thinking, okay, let's do that and buy a share and see what happens. And I am up to 16.30.45. Difference of $132.13. So yeah, I'm up from last month as well.
Okay. And my Acorns count is at 1585.
Exactly.
Looks like it.
Huh. There you go. Cool. So we are up in everything, which is nice.
Yeah.
No vacations, obviously.
So we've got, oh yeah, the pie chart. I forgot about the pie chart. And I made the pie chart. What do we got?
Okay, so 24.5% went towards our rent. Necessities, about 23. Retirement, 17.5. Fun and other, 35%. Wow. What does that all encompass?
I don't know. I gotta figure that out. Seems like a huge portion, though.
Yeah, it does. 35% for fun and other. I think that also included, that's right, because we decided that like vacation was part of fun because that's not entirely savings.
So we got almost $5,500 to play with, to figure out what to do with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a fun, interesting fact that I read about the stimulus check for families and individuals earning between $35,000 and $90,000 a year. 90% of them put their stimulus check into a sort of investment, like a retirement fund of some kind. Charles Schwab had a record number of new accounts created. I think Vanguard had a record amount of money that was invested. Like just some crazy amount of investments going on in the past month. And then they got into the S&P 500 and why that's up right now. And really it's up because the top 10 companies in the S&P 500 are up. 3/4 of the companies in S&P 500 are down from year to date. So it's interesting that those few are doing that well that can sway the rest of the stock market.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that all that's going on. I think we should take some of it and put it towards the down payment on the house because I'm excited about that. And I also want to maybe invest some of it. I don't know. Like retirement. I have no idea where to put it right now.
Okay.
Maybe the Jeep Wrangler fund a little bit. What do you think?
Investments. Okay. Well, the biggest priority is the down payment for sure. So that should easily get at least 50% or more of the leftover cash.
Deal.
So we're talking at least what, $2,750 or $3,000? We could say $3,000 goes towards down payment.
Yep.
1,000. An extra $1,000 towards the Jeep. And then we could do another 1,000 towards investments. And then $478 to play with.
Sounds good.
$478 fun money. That feels like a lot of fun money, though.
Yeah. That's almost the $500 that I asked for.
I see what you did here. I see what you did. Okay. Interesting. Well. There goes the rest of our allocation for the May income that we brought in. Also, let's not forget that we have a new month coming up and we've got a forecast for that as well. So, what are some things that we're looking forward to in June? I'm going to show you exactly right here on my budget forecaster template. If you want to follow along as to how I created this thing, I will link to that video in the description below. And you can get this exact same template in my How to Control Your Spending workbook for sale right now. I'll link to that below if you're interested. But basically, this is a whole rundown of our June budget. And knowing what kind of income we brought in the past few months, I was able to forecast for a $10,000 income for June instead of $8,800. And so I just broke down the fixed, fun, all of our subcategories, and then what's happening in the month of June. We got a lot of birthdays, we got Father's Day, and then what the month's focus should be financially. Down payment is really important to us, so the emphasis on saving for that particular goal, all of that extra savings cash is going to go towards the down payment. Well, not all of it, but a majority of it. Do you like looking at something like this?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm already tuned out here.
Well, I do. I think it's amazing. It's just very clear. I could get it down on paper, and then I can go back into the toolkit and say, boom, 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 put in the numbers. This is done. Okay, anything else?
No, I'm good.
That concludes our session, folks. We're going to finish our Nuki Browns, and we hope you are healthy and safe out there. And June is a new month. You got this.